in the house? Let folks come in. Hey Lasi, moinsen, moinsen, moinsen. Boah, ich weiß nicht, warum das jetzt gerade hier funktioniert. Ein Ton? Doch, Ton ist da, oder nicht? Muss eigentlich. Ton muss da sein. Ja, das Mikrofon, es ist wieder so. Hey Kini! Ton ist da. Das Mikrofon irgendwie, ja, ich habe die Einstellungen sind nicht optimal, aber ist auch egal, weil juckt nicht. Deswegen, ich bespanne ein bisschen, aber ich weiß nicht, warum das Thumbnail, ich habe irgendwie einen falschen Stream genommen, deswegen ist das Thumbnail leider ein falsches und der Titel und so weiter, naja. Hat irgendwie in anderen Stream sich reinkopiert. Bisschen doof, ist halt so. Kann man nichts machen. Wie geht's euch zwei Süßen? How are you today? I I strung already two rackets. Oh, let me make an Instagram story. Wait, let me make an Instagram story. Okay. Wait. Shit, that looks terrible. That looks. So it says, oh, Akini, if you want to, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. see. I don't understand why they just picked a random different mail and different video, different everything. Okay, share, copy link. Then we go to link twin. Now I'll tell you what I'm gonna do to set everything up, because why the fuck do I have to sign in? That's crazy. I have to sign in if I use my browser. I have to sign in almost like something is wrong here. I can't make screenshots on my... I can't make screenshots on my phone anymore, because Safari does not allow making screenshots. I changed some settings, and whenever I want to Google something now, I have to log in my Google account. Completely nonsense. But that's how it is. So now I go to link twin. On link twin, you can paste a link from the YouTube video. Then link twin will create a short link, and then you can go to Instagram and I can make my story, and from that link from link twin, if people click on that link, the app doesn't open in Instagram, but it goes directly to YouTube. So it opens the YouTube app where they can like and comment and everything. So that is what we're gonna do. Join and ask any question you like. Good morning, spring talk. Good morning, string talk. Any questions? Alles vermurkst. Mein NMD in ND1 waren hier. Meine NMD1 in 4.3. Was heißt das denn? Ey Lasi, wie sieht es eigentlich mit Hamburg aus? Gehen wir nach Hamburg eigentlich wieder? Marco anfeuern? Mhm. Give me a second, guys. I'm just sending that story out, and then I'm fully focused on you guys. Done. Okay. Okay. Counter in the house. How you doing, my boy? How are you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, Startpad brutal. I mean, I get 2 tickets, but they assume that I'm gonna use it for myself. But I mean, the problem is, I mean, Hamburg is it's quite a bit, you know. The question is when, because no, because I'm going to the Lago di Garda. Also, danke was. Kini, bist du Schatz, danke dir. Thanks, big shout out to my mods that always take care of me and my stream. Thanks, man. Hope you're doing good. Yes, I'm doing good. Back on track. Was intense the last couple of days and weeks, and it still will be intense because the summer is coming, and there's a lot of things that I need to take care of and build and yeah. But I have to string like 2-3 rackets, and I said, oh, come on, let's go live. Let's see who's there. Let's see who's joining. And actually, okay. Novak Djokovic. Hey, Novak Djokovic. I'm such an idiot. I mean, okay, no, I can't say anything actually. I can't say anything. I knew that Novak, because every time Monte Carlo comes up, Novak Djokovic plays the worst. That's the worst tournament I think of his career. He plays so bad, especially, or at least in the last decades. He never made it to even to the quarterfinal as one of the top seeds, you know. So for me, was sure if he plays there again, and again I'm not allowed to bet, but I could bet like €1,000 that he's losing early rounds, first round or second round. And Tabilo has beaten him already. And Tabilo is now the only person not named Rafa Nadal to have a positive head-to-head over Djokovic on clay. Kind of crazy. And he beat him already on clay. And Tabilo, of course, very good player. And Djokovic, I don't know. In Monte Carlo, he's just playing absolutely bad. But you guys, do you wanna? You're the guys that know more about betting than I do. But that will be a good bet. If you bet on against Djokovic there, and if you come to the stream and you ask me about my opinion, I say put €500 there at Djokovic losing first or second round. And I think the odds were quite good. I don't think the odds were too bad for Tabilo. I've not seen a match, guys. I've not seen the match. I'm too busy. I'm so sorry. I can't stream that many matches. I'm just tuning in for like 30 minutes to watch a little bit of a match, but I actually can't. So, das ist, ach so, okay, jetzt verstehe ich, Lassi. Yeah, I mean, Zverev lost, Djokovic lost, Monte Carlo is time for the underdogs. Now, of course, they're not there, so I mean, they have a good chance now, some guys to go deep. And Monte Carlo, definitely one of my favorite tournaments. The site is incredible. It's just very, very good to be there. And I've been there already quite often. Unfortunately not this year. Fonseca is a good pick here. Yeah, Tabilo winning in 3. Yeah. I mean, Tabilo winning in 2. Okay, that's a tough one. Because of course Djokovic could have or should have won a set, but I mean that was pretty clean. I mean, what was it? 3 and 4 or 3 and 2? That was crazy. I mean, not expected to be that great. And it's gonna be interesting if Djokovic will have any impact in the clay season. I don't know. I mean, I said it like a year or 1.5 years ago. I said Djokovic is not winning a slam anymore, and people are like, yes, of course, he's winning like 2 or 3 slams at least. And I was like, yeah, but which slam is he gonna win? He can win Wimby, of course. But then Carlitos came up and said, not in my house. Crazy that Carlitos is now more the favorite of winning Wimbledon than it's Djokovic. That is actually kind of crazy. Guys, what do you think? Like, what do you think? How far is Djokovic? How far is Djokovic going this year at the French? Is he losing like early 3rd round, something like that? Or is it a slam and then he out of nowhere he's back and he plays very good? For players, is it meant to say damn phone? Was mit Yannick Sinner zurzeit? Ja, der trainiert. Yannick Sinner is of course still doping suspension, so he's practicing, but he will join in Rome, I guess, the tournament before the French. He will be, as an Italian, he will be back in Rome, and then he will be ready for the French. So, but he don't have match practice, which he needs. How good he will come back, but of course his level. I mean, he's still practicing, right? He will make a physical block, and he will be one of the guys that will be fresh longer, you know, because he does not have. He doesn't have the travels, you know. He doesn't have the travels. He doesn't have that fatigue schedule. So he will be one that will definitely be a favorite for the final, for the Masters final. End of the season, everyone is one is weak. Then he shows up and just kicking asses. We'll see. Who's gonna win the French Open, guys? What do you think? Carlitos? Sinner? How far is Zverev coming? I mean, Zverev is crazy. He plays the final. He plays the final. Gets ass kicked from Sinner, and after that, he has a chance to become world number 1 if he plays decent. And out of nowhere, he's completely losing to everybody and not winning 2 matches in a row, kind of. And Khalid's the same. Khalid just said in an interview that for him it's the same. That he said that the pressure that he can become number one and Yannick Sinner not playing was kind of too big for him to really focus on his matches, and now he's just going back to yeah, I'm just playing and I'm I'm just playing and watching match by match. And that's how it should be. You should not look into the future like if you win these tournaments, you can be world number one. Sinner versus Zverev in the final? I mean, chances are there because, of course, even though Zverev didn't perform well, I mean, there's still a lot of matches to come up for him. Of course, Madrid, there's Rome and stuff, so he has some matches to get back in shape. And once he steps on the French Open side, feeling that you get if you perform well in a tournament, it's you can play completely really bad. I mean, the same as Rafa. He played bad in that 1 year in Barcelona and Madrid, and he didn't play well. But what he said was exactly right. He said, "Yeah, what happened in Rome happened. What happened in Barcelona happened. But now we're in Rome. I think he said we're in Rome. So yeah, of course, what happened there happened, and then at the end of the day, he went always to the French Open and he won it anyway. So because he just went there and he knew he's gonna be so strong there because he was there all year, very very strong. And the same for Zverev. I mean, he played a great couple of last years at the French Open, even though people would say Zverev is not the clay court player with his serve and stuff, but I mean, his injury was yeah, the worst part about all the last year's French Opens, but he came back and he played finals, he played semis, he played some good stuff there last year's. Zverev ist mental durch. Yeah, of course it is a little bit unpredictable, but that's also nice because normally, of course, you say, yeah, it's Djokovic, it's Nadal, it's this and that. Of course, it was great to see then as well that Rafa just pulled it off again, even though people said, no, he's old and he can't do it anymore. But now it's unpredictable. I mean, it can be, yeah, it can be Carlos, it can be Sinner, it can be Zverev, it can be, who else is there? I mean, Fonseca won't win the slam, I guess. But he can upset Zverev in the second round, for example. Like, stuff like that can happen. Which I do like, actually. I like a little bit more diversity and more different, more... Yeah, more winners and more... I don't know. More upsets. Because these young guys and also the guys that are long on the tour, if they make it deep in a slam, that's for me great to see because I know how much they dedicate to their sport, how much they work every fucking day to get beaten at the end of the day again from the same guys. And if they even just once overcome their struggles and their enemies in that case with the opponent, I'm happy for them. I like to see that. Yeah, and how is your life, guys? Is everything fine with you? It's getting better now. I mean, here in Dresden, weather is not really good. Like, I would say 10 degrees, cloudy, not really very good. So, I decided to do the ice shower today, not the ice bath. If it's sunny outside, it's amazing in the river, I'm telling you. Right now, not really the best. That's actually a Srixon racket. A very rare racket on the market. I mean, I knew the Srixon tennis balls. The racket I've never played. It's Dunlop. Sorry. Dunlop racket, but isn't Srixon a racket brand as well? But it's an own brand. I mean, my preference is just to string fast. That's all what I do. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free. Write whatever you want to know. Melbourne, it's autumn now. Some sunny, nice days. Cold at nights and in the morning, but I'm happy summer's over. That's crazy. I mean, here summer is just about to arrive. We have now, like, as I said, like 10, 12, 14 degrees. On the weekend it will be 20, which is great, which is amazing. 20 degrees and sunny is actually that's good weather. I mean, let's say the best weather for me, I like this 25, a little bit of wind, just slightly breeze. 25 degrees and sunny. I mean, everyone has their favorite weather. Some people, they like it when it's like 35 degrees. They say it's when it's hot, oh, they love it. When it's too hot, I don't like it, to be honest. As I said, for me, 25, it's good enough. Sunny. Sometimes maybe a few clouds, but just slightly a little bit. The problem is, as a tennis coach and a paddle tennis coach, I'm working outside most of the time, right? So, and if it's fucking hot outside, that is a pain in the ass. If you have to stand and work like 8 hours in the full sun, that's no joke. I'm telling you. Why, when I'm in my free time, I don't like the sun. I'm always going somewhere else. I don't want to see the sun in my free time. So if I'm at the pool somewhere, I always look for shade. Always. Everyone want to go in the sun. I don't. Did Girona beat ALC yesterday? I didn't see the whole match. Good question. Next question. I don't know. You tell me, guys. But who is winning? Who is winning Monte Carlo then? Tsitsipas definitely has to defend 1,000 points. Not sure how he's gonna do that. Carlitos, yeah, Carlitos. I mean, Carlitos, I don't know with this guy. I mean, he was so good, and everyone was thinking, man, this guy is gonna win so many slams. But somehow, he's the guy that can win against anyone on any surface. Like, for sure, if he plays his best like that, you just have no chance against Carlitos. But then in the next tournament, he loses to the world number like 70, and you're like, what is he doing? And that the difference of level is insane. In my opinion, the difference of level is crazy. Hard to understand, to be honest. Because with Yannick, with Sinner, you have always the feeling, okay, he's performing, right? I mean, even on a bad day, he's gonna beat these guys. And it was with Trev the same, actually. That's what I liked with Trev. That he beat those guys that are ranked 60, 50, even though he didn't play well. But you need to be one of the big guys. That's what you need. You need to win these matches, even when you're not playing that well. But as I said, like I've not watched too many matches lately. He was not good at the start of the match, but came back great. Okay. Who's playing today, guys? What are the matches that are coming up today? And is there anybody here right now in the stream that started with paddle or started with cold showers? That's my question. Off. How to get the consistency in tennis? Oh, that's the most difficult questions to answer. That if you could answer that questions easily, Robert, you would be one of the best coaches out there. That is one of the toughest questions, because of course it's just hitting the ball consistency to a certain spot, but there's so many variables, variablen, that come into your match, into your practice. There is never the exact same ball. You never hit exactly the same ball twice in your life. This is insane if you think about it. You never hit exactly the same ball twice in your life, because it always has a different speed, different rotations, different heights, different stance as well. Like, of course, you have a different stance when you hit the ball, so it's always different, which makes it hard. I mean, a golf player, he has the ball always on his tee. It's a standard situation. Tennis doesn't have that. Even the serve, your ball toss, of course, is kind of standard, but even there, lot of different points and I mean, in a match you won't hit the same. You won't throw the ball toss exactly the same way very often. Always have to adjust always a little bit. That's what everyone is aiming for. Tennis die komplexeste Sportart. I mean, tennis is definitely one of the hardest sports, because so many stuff that you have to take care of. And tennis players, they can play every other sport, but every other sport cannot play tennis. I mean, soccer players can play good tennis. Of course, all the ball sport players, they have a good understanding about the game and about the ball bounce and stuff. If you tell a tennis player to run 100 meters, he can. If you tell a 100 meters runner to play tennis, he can't. So the tennis, you have to be very build up diversity in your learning process. That's why the good kids, they start from early ages to go in gymnastics, to go in athleticism, to go in every different sport. I mean, we have had like top players here in the stream, and they said, of course, they started playing rugby, doing gymnastics, like playing any soccer and football and whatever. They did lot of different kind of stuff, and I do like football and these sports where you also throw balls and stuff, because that helps your serve at a later stage of your career. Tennis definitely is a very complex sport. That is sure. As a tennis player, which tennis player I'm impressed, or I was impressed? I mean, actually, Yannick Sinner is one that I was really impressed, just because of the fact that when he's in a dangerous situation, and when you think the opponent made a good job in getting him in a position where he's out of balance and in trouble, then he gets unbelievably well the offensive position back. He plays so well to get the offense back. It's remarkable, in my opinion. What I'm doing now here is to get the tension of the reel, not of the reel, of that set of strings. If you just release it onto the floor, it's gonna be a big disaster. Now I just need to find the start. That's not a good sign here, I'm telling you. I mean, here is one of the starting pieces, but if I just let it drop, I have like a big mess. I like a huge mess. So that's what you should never do. Rule number 1 in stringing. You open these sets of string, never just release them. Because you get a mess, and to get that mess straight is like, it is very tough. Give me a second. Done. That's the second to last racket I need to do. A Wilson Morphise. What is that racket? Wilson Light 105. Is it a Blade Light 105? It says Morphise on the racket. And Morphise is playing crazy. You know today's match, Draper against what, the Fokina? 2-1 for Draper, 5 point. I mean, Fokina, like lately he plays better, right? Like in the later, he played some better matches lately. Whoops. That was not meant to be. Start again. That happens. What should not happen. Where's that thing here? Okay. Oh no, there it is. Boom, and that's not gonna happen ever again. Largely to your bet, I would say that's a good bet because I think you're going for Draper, right? You're going for Draper and saying Fokina wins a set. Yeah, that's a good one. I guess I'll take it. I'll take that. What else are the matches that are coming up today? What else are the matches, Larzy, that are interesting? I saw Marco plays a challenger. Was it in Madrid? Runge. I hope he will be in Hamburg again. That would be amazing. Unje. Lars, you want to be the host? You want to be the host for Marco? Instead of your apartment? That would be funny. But they have hospitality, so he won't do it. But in some cities, in some countries, they prefer to have housing, especially in Grand Slam cities, because in a Grand Slam cities, the players, and some people don't know, that's why you're here in my channel, because I give you so many good, funny, interesting insights. At a Grand Slam, the players, they don't get hospitality. They get a daily rate where they can choose their own place to stay. So if they're in a host family, they can keep their daily rate from the tournament. They can take a very expensive hotel, and then they have to take and pay the rest. So this is actually a very, very good option in my opinion. They get like about 200 to 250 euros per day, and then they can choose whatever they like. And as I said, if they're 10 days at a Grand Slam destination, and they can stay at a host family or at friends, they make another couple of hundreds, couple of thousands, just from that on that hotel bonus that they get to pay for their accommodation. So a lot of players, they do Airbnbs, they stay with friends, and within a circle of a certain amount of kilometers, I don't know if it was 10 or 15, you have to stay within that circle. Then you have a free shuttle service at all time. So you just call them and you say, hey, I want to go to the site, to the practice site or to the main site. And they say, okay, sure. And then they're gonna send a official shuttle to your apartment, to your hotel, to your guest family, whatever you like. Alcaraz Altmaier. Have you seen that drop shot from Altmaier? That was kind of crazy. Berrettini, Musetti, Mehdi Deminar, Tabilo Dimitrov. Berrettini Musetti is crazy because in Monte Carlo there are so many Italian fans. That is crazy because of course Italy is just around the corner. So all the Italian fans, they go to Monte Carlo to see their players. If two Italians play each other, because I was there. I was on center court when Fognini played. Man, the atmosphere is crazy. Because it's between like France and Italy, even like for yeah, all the countries, they come together there, and it is very close. So that will be a only Italian crowd there. Medvedev Deminar is also an interesting one. Two defenders. No one is really playing very aggressive. Both very fast. Mehdi, I thought he lost. Didn't he lose? I thought he lost. He had cramps and he lost. That's what I saw on tennis TV. Was that wrong? He lost. I'm just measuring with my arms. Because your arm span is exactly more or less plus minus 1 or 2 centimeters your height. And I'm 183. So my arm span is like it's like 180. Makes it a little bit easier because some stringers, they have a meter measurement, so they take 5 or 6 meters depending on the cross strings or the mains. The main string, they require a little bit more than the cross strings. So a normal set of string, if you cut out the string, these kind of strings, it is most of the time it's 12.2 meters, 12 meters, 12.2 meters. And then you'll take 6.5, 5.5. One meter more for the main string, because of course the cross strings, like just the first string right now that I'm putting here, that string is like, what is that, 12 centimeters. And don't think like I know 12 centimeters because of that. And the cross strings are all the main strings are always like 30 centimeters. Wait, give me a second, guys. I just saw some birds on my... Because I bought a bird house because I wanted to feed the birds. And somehow they don't use my birdhouse, but I see them all flying around here. So now I saw a couple of them, and I was just throwing some of the food towards them, that they know, hey, look, there's some friendly guy that want to help us. Let's see if they'll take it. But anyway, let's come back to the strings. Yeah, 6.5 meters for the mains and 5.5 for the crosses. The problem is also there are some ravens here and some pigeons, and of course the small birds. They don't like if there are ravens around. That's just how it is. With Tennis Sandgren, I don't know if Tennis Sandgren will continue playing tennis, and for how long, I don't know. I mean, it's tough once you are in top 100, and then if you have to go down to the challenger level to fight your way back up, that is tough. I mean, you've seen Dominic Thiem. He just retires because he couldn't get out of that challenger level, and boom, done. Yeah, oh yeah, Philippine girl, yeah, it's true. I was coaching the #1 from Philippine, and she was the highest ranked player ever from the Philippines. I coached her. She was in our academy. But now definitely Yala she's crazy. Beating Iga is impressive. And I've seen a picture where Iga was at the Nadal Academy and making an audience and talking to all the students from the Nadal Academy, and Yala was there. She was listening, and she got actually the final exams from Iga, which is funny because Iga was like, okay, oh, look, that girl, she finished her school, how sweet. Fast forward, like 1.5 years later, she get ass kicked from her. I've not seen too many matches from Yala. Was habe ich damals erzählt, Robert? Ich weiß gerade nicht, was du meinst. And Iga is also a miracle. Iga is, I don't know. I mean, I know insights, of course, from Iga because I know her. And tour life is just very, very hard, especially with the girls. I mean, with the guys as well, but tour life, it's very, very hard. You can see the coaches and the players, how often they split, how often they change That's a whole different ball game. Oh, it's Vögel. Okay. I don't know, the birds here. I like the birds. I wanna have them here, but if they are afraid of the ravens and stuff, of course they're not coming. Which is sad. Unfortunate. I think I'm just stringing that racket, guys, and then I'm gonna do some emails and stuff because I need to work also on some emails and also a league, like a hobby league that I'm organizing. I have 2 more rackets, but one is a terrible Prince racket that I actually don't wanna string, but I have to. Maybe I do one more. Because also the setup, of course, with the string machine. Maybe I do just both of them. And hurry up a little bit, but I mean it's not a big of a deal to get the machine back and forth, but I guess if I just do it all of them. Dachtest du manchmal an die TV? Oh yeah, of course. I mean the TV show that I participated. I mean this was crazy. That was really crazy. That was really crazy. Of course, I mean, yeah, this was a show for like 170 people were joining that show. Hat am Ende eine Frau oder Mann? Hat es am Ende ein Mann? Eine Frau. Vielleicht auch. Man weiß es nicht. Nein, tatsächlich weiß ich es gar nicht. Because I was not at the end of the show and therefore I was out before. I was not even in the later stages, unfortunately. But I'm not allowed to talk about it, so we should change topics, guys. Because otherwise I'm in trouble. Otherwise I'm in trouble. I mean I can't say anything about the show. I can't say the name. I can't say nothing. Der Stream wird direkt anschließend gelöscht. Stream will be deleted for sure. Any other questions? Vermisst du ein bei der Show-Erlebnis? Yeah, of course. I mean, once again, it was like 160 people, and of course, you spend so much time together, and it's of course things happen, and this happens, and then you have talks, you meet new people. I mean, this is how it is, right? And that's what life is about, to be honest. Meeting people, having fun. Um, this customer has an interesting wish, because most of the times, of course, like every time, you string every single string, right? But as I understood, this customer says at the main strings, you want to have every second string just pulled, which is it's not as big as of a difference, but interesting. Robert, yeah, of course. I mean, of course, you get to know the people. I mean, when you participate in any TV show in the world, unless it's like a TV show where you lose after 5 minutes and you drive home, in every other TV show, you get to know the people. Of course, you get to know the people. You talk to them. You have some favorites. You know, things are going very fast because I mean, it's interesting, and you're all there for the same reason. Of course, you're all there for winning money, but and like different people, you know. I mean, sometimes people that you would never imagine of talking to. I mean, there were like every different kind of person was there, like every race, every sexual like Ausrichtung, every sexual morality, let's call it that way. So Vollkontakt. Über tennis, of course. I mean, they knew that I'm a tennis coach, so of course you talk about tennis. And then they told me, okay, they're doing this and they're doing that. That's just how things go. And that's why it was also like for me emotionally and physically draining, and I was drained and I was really done because that is very intense. You get to know all the people, you know, in a short period of time, and then out of nowhere it's done, it's over, and then okay, you go home. And especially also because I knew that I was not winning, or I was not even close of winning 100,000 euros. So that made it not easier to handle all the situation and everything. That's part of it. That's what we knew before. And I still, yeah, of course, I'm still in contact with some people for sure. With some more, with some less. But that's, I guess, part of it. Yeah, this is my last racket, guys. The other racket I'm doing on it another day. Did already some Rackets. Ja, gelohnt auf jeden Fall. Ja, alles cool. Wie gesagt, war nicht erfolgreich, aber war cool. I had fun. It was fun. So it's all good. It's all good. What's your plan for today, guys? Robbie, Lardy, what's your plans? What is your plans for today? Any special plans? I can tell you my plans. I'm streaming this racket and I'm stopping the stream. I will do some home office work. Then I'm giving lessons. Giving tennis lessons in the afternoon. And then private stuff in the evening. That's my schedule for today's Thursday, the 10th of April, 2025. Ich würde da essen. Würdest du Lars? Lars, auf jeden Fall, geil. I mean, it's fun. I mean, if you have time, you don't get much money. I mean, it depends on the show, but if you have time and you can afford being away from home for a week, you get a hotel. I mean, can be definitely can be worse, and it's fun. It's a great experience. I definitely would say it's a great experience. Wenn Basketball wieder spielen, am Abend werde ich TV wieder spielen. Okay. Sounds like a good plan. Doing some sport, watching some TV. Could be worse, I guess. Why you don't play paddle, Robert? Why you don't play paddle or tennis? I mean, I know it's not that easy to. Hätte mich von Lars, ja, auch gut. Es wäre schon geil, wenn man davon leben könnte, Lars. Ja? Das wäre. Ein, zwei, bei denen das wirklich so ist, aber. Die meisten machen halt echt keinen Profit damit. Tottenham? Ah, yeah, true. That's today. Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah, that's true. That is true. EuroLeague after both German teams lost, which is not good for the UEFA rankings. Because for the next years, we only get like 1 or 2 fixed Champions League spots if we don't perform well. I mean, of course, Munich can turn it around, but I don't see Borussia Dortmund coming back from a low 4 against Barcelona. Yeah, it was sad. I mean, Schlotterbeck was really that was. And Lamin Jamal. I mean, this guy is playing. Guy is playing unreal. I mean, if he has the ball and he's just about 17, 18 years old, man, what the heck? That is insane. What this guy is. But how does someone get that good so early? I mean, when he was 15, he could play already in every league. 16, he was already like in Barcelona, like in the first team. Insane. Arsenal, ja, krass, ja, auf jeden Fall. I mean, of course, Barcelona against Dortmund, that was kind of expected. Barcelona is winning, they're playing at home, and Dortmund's just, especially also this season, not really good. Then, of course, the injury with Schlotterbeck was terrible. And yesterday also, Guirassy, I mean, he had 2 chances, like big chances. And he couldn't finish them. And if you have the chances against Barcelona and you don't finish them, you saw what happens. That's what you get. It's as easy as that. Ja, aber auch zu Recht. The hype is like for the reason. This guy is incredibly good. And he can become the next Messi in Barcelona. I can see him playing there for the next 20 years. And maybe Messi is coming back to Barcelona after his Miami trip for one more season. And then Yamal and Messi playing together. Even though, of course, Lionel is not on his best level, but still, that would be, I guess, fun to see. Because in the MLS, Messi's still like one of the best players there. Shows that MLS is just so behind in level. Anyway, guys, I will stop the stream now. I'll head out. As I said, I will do some email stuff and some home office things that I need to prepare for the summer, for the paddle, for the tennis. I will go to the Lake Garda, to the Gardasee in Eastern holidays, because our preseason is there. Yeah, that's it. Can't say much more, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'll put that aside. I would say I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. And see you soon. Ciao.